You can't even be mad because you used to
God.
do something like that,
Oh
Trevor.
God, I left and then my mouse didn't let me join back.
You can't even be mad. You used to do some fucking weird ass noise with your.
I don't remember that noise anymore.
I don't know what you did, but it was creepy.
I don't remember.
How'd you? Nomad was like, what was he doing? Laying down? You don't know me.
He knows, dude. He knows what I.
Bro, it's literally just because of how much he hates it. It's fucking hilarious.
We did a strafe battle, and we were strafing back and forth, and then like he went into customs. And as soon as he went in, I laid down.
Oh my god.
on the floor.
Did Richie go to the
Yep, that'll do it.
back?
That'll literally get you to.
I'm telling you, Jello, you just gotta throw that into your arsenal. Doesn't really matter. At this point, it doesn't really.
Wait, but how is he supposed to? Wait, what?
Oh. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Well, they have a stream delay. How do you sync? Yeah. Oh, they have to, otherwise we'd be sniping their asses. Oh.
Just like they would against us.
Yeah. It's like 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Something like
It might even be.
I got a real monster. No, monster in this trap.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
right. Hello and good evening, everybody. Welcome to ESA's Contender series for North America. Uh, Pardon that last night we didn't have a stream. There were some production issues that we had. So we didn't get to see how those ones turned out. I can get you the results from the matchup between All for One and HYXR, as well as our rival stars in a bit, but uh, I may not be a familiar Thursday night voice. I am Cherish, but joined with me as usual on Thursday nights is Slay. How are you doing
Hey
tonight,
guys.
man?
I'm doing fantastic, Cherish. It's good to be back, and I'm happy to have you here with me. I'm excited because I think we have a pretty solid setup tonight. I mean, I've seen Medieval before. I haven't really seen Premiere too much, but I'm excited to see how they do. Let's talk a little bit about map bans, though. What maps are we going to be seeing for tonight's matchup?
Yeah, so for map bans, we saw Consulate and Coastline dropped out, two maps that not a lot of teams are playing around on lately,
Hmm.
which leads, though, to a border pick, pretty common, but a theme park pick as well. So that should be pretty interesting to see. We've seen very little theme park really coming out, but we're going to see a cafe and club band after that, so leaving a decider of Villa. So a pretty realistically a pretty common map pool, but we should be heading into border very soon enough, as yeah, we are going to be jumping on in. And actually, as I said before, that scores update for you. We saw HYXR win 8-7 on border and 7-4 on Villa. And Ranked Stars won 7-1
Hmm.
on Consulate and 8-6 on Cafe. So disappointed I didn't get to cast Consulate for the first time, but all good here.
Yeah, it's
So
a shame we won't be seeing a Consulate for tonight's map, but I'm excited to see Theme Park. How we're starting on border, we do see a couple of bands coming out. Thatcher, pretty much a solid choice if you're going to enter into any bettings as to who's going to be banned out. Thatcher's always up there. And ooh, they don't want to see the Ying. That's an interesting pick. We've seen Ying got a buff recently. She now has 4 Candelas, and that really has changed the way she's able to be played. Very, very powerful operator. I'm not too surprised to see her banned out.
it's interesting though. She got hotfix buffed this morning,
Really?
actually.
Oh,
So now she's back down to 3, but she
she's back
kept
down
her
to 3.
smoke grenades.
Okay.
I think it's interesting that that was the way that Ubisoft went for it, because I don't know, I think that buff was a one or the other type thing. She's very strong with smoke grenades to be able to solo clear a site. Uh but to give her 4 candelas alongside that was
Mhm.
definitely way too much. I think either buff on its own was fine, but I'd prefer to see 4 candelas over smoke grenades.
Mm,
But
yeah.
another interesting band too to fill out the list is Pulse from Medieval. So they don't want to be pressured out from below while walking on that second floor. And because of that, though, alongside the Echo band, that leaves up a Mira. So Exile will be
Mhm.
playing that one.
Yeah, this is exciting. You really don't get to see Mira too often. Usually she is banned, and when she's not, I feel like teams don't have a lot of strategies revolving around her. But apparently, we'll be able to see one here. Medieval ready to go with the black mirrors up, and Adam will be starting off on the second floor, which means a solid defense to be seen. At least that's what Medieval's hoping for. Very easily, they could be shaken off balance, but usually when you come here to Armory, you are expecting a pretty solid defense. Let's see what happens. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see how this match turns out. We'll get started in round 1 in just a couple of seconds. Now, have you seen Premiere before? Because I really haven't seen many of these guys at all.
Yeah, I've seen them a little bit. Specifically, if you want to look out, usually, let me go back a couple pages here. Usually it is Yosh and Demon that are pretty solid, as alongside Toph is usually up on the board there. So they're a pretty solid roster here that is pretty stacked usually. They've won, I don't know exact placements for everyone, but they are pretty solidly there. I'd say middle top of the pack is how they come off with their play, as is Medieval. So it's nice to see. I wouldn't say Clash of Titans really, but it's definitely a clash of two of the top teams.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Contenders division so far tonight. So
Yeah, stacking up to be a good one. So round started about a minute ago. We haven't seen too much action. A lot of angles being held, making sure we can have that vertical control there as Beezer is looking desperately to find somebody. Toph with the Zofia, looking to make sure that doesn't happen. Wants to take out as many of those pesky bandit charges as possible. Will be pressured a little bit.
So these guys are both
Takes
3 and
a
1
good lick
in
of
this
damage,
Contender
under 50
series, which is
now,
like
so,
not the
Sophie's gonna have
top
to
division. You
back
have to like
off a little
qualify
bit.
into the top
Gotta be
division.
careful. Yeah, you're gonna do some good work as well.
We belong in the
But
top division.
they are getting ready to go on in. Half the round has gone by now, and we should be seeing a setup for a push pretty soon. As hello to Jello, he'll be setting up the charge. But beautiful shot from Anarchy onto Demon.
Let's go.
Refragged by Nomad onto Navozo. Things are definitely getting heated up here. Minute and 20 to go now.
Yeah, we're
Looks pretty good to
jumping
me.
quickly on in. The wall has been opened. And
I'm watching on
Navozo
Twitch, though.
And Demon, as you said, have fallen. Things are looking more on the side for Premier or for Medieval here, though, as they are in very good positions, all undamaged. Well, until Sim has taken that gunfight, but he wins it against the low HP Toph, and now at both a man advantage and generally HP has been evened out now, I'd say, actually. But the main wall there into Armory box has been opened up, as now a lot of CC pressure here is being opened, or created, rather.
Oh,
So, Amira can't really rotate, and Yosh able to find Beezer as he pushed in very aggressively. Jello is being locked down here, so he can't plant the diffuser just yet. But pushing aggressively is going to be the Lesion trying to rotate, but no from the flank watch from CCTV. Nomad picks him up. Yosh picks up another as Exile looks for the C4 and is able to not land it, though. Nomad is on low HP and swinging. The M249 actually picks up another kill for himself. I think that's 2 on the round.
Let's go.
And Premier with a solid attack through that main wall. No, it's actually 3. 3K there.
You'll love to see it.
Yeah, did a fantastic job there. Shut them down good on their first attacking round. So you're gonna have to be worried a little bit now. It looks like they want to go back to Armory. So that
So
might,
for those of you who don't know, this is a round of 3.
If they're not able to hold it
So if
well,
you win
lose 2
the
in a
first
row,
2 maps,
the
you gotta
same
win
site,
7.
especially when you
So if you
take into
2-0 somebody,
consideration that Archives
it's over.
Armory
If
seems to
you
be
if
one of
you
the,
lose one and
top-tier defendable
win
sites,
one, then you got to go to an
especially for Border.
overtime.
They've really got to figure something
So this
out
could
here.
be like,
What do you think they can change to make sure they
this
can
could be
get
like an
this
hour,
win in
or it
round
could be
2?
like 2.5.
I'm not sure if the Mira is. I don't know. It feels almost forced in a way that you know, we've mentioned it that the Mira is banned a lot, and that's
How's the
because
audio
a
on
lot of
stuff? Is
teams
it good?
are really uncomfortable with her the Black Mirrors. And
Sometimes I feel like these announcers, like
on their own,
the casters do a good job, and they do know a lot about the game. But a lot of times I feel like they don't.
As the attack in the same sense that
they're very biased.
Deployable shields work.
I can tell you right now from watching these guys play,
it
they are easily the best in this league and any league, which is why I'm putting them in every league that I can. These kids, they will be in the Challengers
like you
League
said, a lot of teams
come August, whenever that rolls around.
You don't really
100%.
see her played that much, just because
these guys steamroll everybody.
Around the idea that okay, Mira Echo is going to be banned usually, rather than much of anything else. That is really interesting that they're opening all of Triple Wall and instead focusing those 2 Miras both towards offices. Interesting here from Exile, but especially that's really interesting considering that Premier kind of just
focused entirely on this main wall. It'll be Definitely an intriguing matchup, especially like you said, both those mirrors kind of placed off to that eastern side. We'll see if that's going to be a misstep from them, or will it work out in their favor? About 45 seconds have been drained off the round so far. You're not seeing too much. You're hearing a little bit, though. The MT49 is making its telltale sounds. But other than that,
This guy's like
not
their
too many
lead
engagements
caster.
yet. A lot of setup, as we always see, trying to make sure they have control. But no, they don't. Premier with a beautiful frag onto Beezer. Refrag, though, from Sim. That's the Legion taking out Toph. So no more Zofia and no more Jaeger. 2 picks off the bat. Not the, I guess, crucial, not the most crucial of picks. Both of them are useful, but perhaps not the most essential. You still have your capped out there for a late round denial after you get the plant down. You still have the Nomad for that flank watch. And you still have the hard breacher as well, but you lose 2 guns off the board, 2 very potentially powerful guns. And we'll see how that affects, especially as there's a half a round to go. Another frag, this time it's Demon opening up. Beautiful shot from the Nomad. We'll be able to take down the other German operator down goes the bandit as well.
Yes, so
it again.
The Jaeger for Zofia trade is nice there for Medieval, as you would expect the Jaeger to just
so
be
if you guys
gun
don't
at
watch
that
a lot
point.
of
Legion's
Siege
gonna
play,
swing wide here.
a big thing for Siege
takes
is
a lot of damage, but has not been able to get out, and he can't.
More than one area.
The wall is not even open yet, and it's a 2-on-4
at the same exact time. Like
a lot of aggression being shown by Medieval.
In
Mira's going to try and get some shots there on the Yosh,
in sync with your team, pushing them
Anarchy is down
at the same time. So you have 3
Nomad
areas of attack actually right here. You got each wall, and then you got one on the roof. Looks like
go down to a C4 from below, but it is a 1-on-3.
Oh,
at least Exile's trying to make it tough here. 1-on-2 with Nomad on a sliver of health. The Mira on constant watch though from the window and from the wall. He's now been spotted on drone, but he's not going to down the Capitao there.
Yeah, but he's going to forget the window.
9 rattles off a bit.
Hey, what's up,
Nomad
Zach?
is keeping constant watch. He's going to repel on in, but no, he's going to get swung on here, and this is very winnable here for Nomad.
Oh.
And Exile, 4K, 1v4.
Wow, that was pretty dirty.
I did not give that the hype that it deserves.
That was absolutely phenomenal. Exile took that
dirty.
all the way home. The whole time I was thinking, man, Premier has probably got this one, but no, the Mira with that Vector just said, yeah, you know what?
Problem is everybody in this league is good.
Fantastic clutch to bring it to a 1-1 as we head into round 3.
Yeah, it was a good play.
They really needed a win there, and they were able to get it by the absolute skin of their teeth. Now heading down to Ventilation and Workshop. Still bring out the Mira. It looks like they like her.
Yeah, that definitely has to be Exile too, getting pretty comfortable with that gun, as he does happen to yeah, I would have to say that that round definitely helped them work to
man, look how the people are getting banned.
Get comfortable with that. Oh, we are getting a ban wave today.
Oh my goodness, there were quite a few of them.
Oh, you know what? Those are all, I think those might be lobby holders, because Ubisoft was saying something about that. So, a bunch of those guys are
Can you guys hear everything okay?
To see, like
Levels
you
are
said,
good.
the Mira up here. I want to know where she's gonna throw those black mirrors down, if and he's gonna be on this main wall, or if she's just gonna entirely lock down the offices side of things, as that's where at least her reinforcements are set up here. And yet they're gonna try and set up the same hold, but as our observer Thulu is noting here, the Archivist wall is completely soft, so that would really shut down the Mira from any rotate should she still hold on that Mira window.
We got this.
In Fountain, and those walls get opened up.
It's interesting that they're
holding. It'd be interesting to see, as you're going to be attacking Ventilation, and as you're going to be defending it, second floor is going to be crucial here. So that's where you're seeing a big push to make sure they can control that second floor. If you can do so, you got the vertical advantage, and if you
Medieval is a very
you have the vertical disadvantage. So we'll see if they can
not bomb heavy.
That control.
I think that's probably why they're doing that. Look like we're about to plant right now.
Of course, you don't want to.
We already got guy in.
All your eggs in one basket. We'll see Toph down here on the first floor making a little bit of a move, but it's going to be really important here for Premier. Demon, one of the big names tonight. 5 kills alongside with Exile. Both of them hopping off early into this game. Let's see if we have a battle of two titans so far.
He said
They're
that
gonna
this game
meet each
wasn't a
other
battle of titans earlier.
in the heat of battle.
Yeah, both of those Spanish operators there, the players are sporting 5 frags each. So, like you said, that is going to be the Battle of Titans here. But Toph is the one to find the first frag there onto Sim. As right in front of the Maestro, the wall is going to be opened up. He's going to have to run away. He takes a singular point of damage, though. And now focusing on a drone, Nomad is
I don't know
able
why
to
they're set
confirm
up on
his
that
6th here.
On that floor, that doesn't make any sense.
Looking pretty solid already. Beezer and Novozo are looking to even things out, though, as Beezer can't find his second. Plant is coming down.
Yeah, real good chance there to try to even things up, but like you said, it was looking good, but now Plant does go down 2v2.
Here we go.
It's up to Exile Novozo. Well, it's up to
nice job, boys.
Novozo
Come on, Yosh.
and Yosh on
Captain
both
Yosh.
sides, 1v1. Plant down. So, perhaps Yosh has a bit of an advantage here. Just have to stall them out and push them back long enough. The two SAS operators going head-to-head, but it'll be Premier.
That was close.
Yosh with the final frag takes down Novozo, and Sledge will be able to smash walls excitedly.
How much have I played this game?
Very, very, very close round 3.
A fair amount.
Yeah, definitely.
Not nearly as
starting
much
in
as
that,
these guys.
That 5v3
I played a fair amount,
to bring
but
it back
mostly
to
I'm just I watch these guys.
One-on-one was
every single
really
time
good
they play.
work there by Medieval. So it just is a
I don't
little
think I've
sad
missed
that
any
it
of their
came down
games.
to Novozo not being able to clutch up against the other
They're
SAS
like my
operator. But all is well. We're
brainchild
gonna head back to Vince Workshop, and just
development
because
team
of how fast that vertical push came in from Premier, or that horizontal push rather, I always
Be right
get the
back, guys.
directions mixed up. Because of how fast that horizontal push from Premier came out, there wasn't really much focus on the upstairs play. After Sim died, the upstairs kind of just bailed and jumped on down.
They really did. Kind of abandon their posts, perhaps. But this is seems to be a team here, Medieval, that like to go back to their objectives after they've lost it. And if they continue this little pattern that they've got going for 2 rounds, they lose the first one, they win the second one. Maybe we'll see a tied-up game as we head on into round 5 after this. Could be interesting to see. I don't. Last time we saw this map, I was with Loaf, and Loaf is really, really not a fan. She hates it when teams go back to the same objective unless they have a really good reason. So, Cherish, do you think they have a good reason for going back here for a second time in a row?
So, from watching Medieval a good bit, it's been I'm not a fan of the way they do it. I'm fine if you know, the way I've seen a lot recently on particularly Clubhouse is the first one that comes to mind. A lot of teams on the basement site will try the extended roam strat that teams like Space Station Gaming from Pro League perfected, that you know, Castle, Mute Mozzie Vigil, and Legion, and you hold upstairs and all that. You know, on those, I'll see a team lose that defense, and then they jump over to a normal defense. But Novozo able to find the other player with an N name in the server. Nomad. Hot hand from Premier goes down, as I'll have to continue my point, as I don't think any action is really going to be cropping up here. But yeah, so it's I mean, they're not changing the strats really, so it's interesting to see Medieval heading right back and just hoping to play it differently rather than completely alter their hold or any operators here.
It is indeed very close to that Maestro. Ooh, beautiful shot from Anarchy. Gets the head right off of Toph. Down goes the Zof. And still, you know, making sure he's safe from above, which he might not be. Trying to tie things up here will be Yosh. The Sledge, who won it last time in the 1v1 clutch, might have a chance to do it again. No, he won't, as Beezer makes sure that doesn't happen. Exile with another frag. It's all upon Demon in a 1v3. Anarchy very low HP. Beezer and Sim looking very healthy. And there it is. Sim with the final frag onto Demon Premier. A very good job by the defense, as, yeah, it looks like we might have a bit of a pattern going here for the first half, as we've seen Premier, Medieval, Premier, and once again, Medieval with a win.
Yeah, trading back and forth so far, even though I did
just wait.
throw a
Wait till we
little
get
bit
comfy.
of criticism towards that, you know, completely running the strat back idea. It seems like it's been working out, at least for Medieval. They're able to change some stuff up and make it work. It's also interesting to see because lately for Border, I've seen it being very attacker swung, and a lot of teams, as a result of that, they'll try and throw in bathroom tellers as either their second site or their third site. But, you know, obviously, if Medieval loses this round, we'll probably see Armory Lockers again. But, yeah, we just haven't seen what their third site can be considered here as we're headed into round 5. So I'm interested to see if they're going to stick to they have been a team in the past that has kind of, I guess, stuck to the tried and true is how I'd put it. Even though a lot of teams on maps like Villa, which is one of Medieval's favored maps from what I've seen them play, a lot of teams will often completely ignore
what maps are we
Aviator
running
games
tonight?
and they'll try and focus the other 3 sites on the map. Whereas Medieval just likes to run the old rotation of Aviator Games, Trophy, Statue, Dining, Kitchen. And I fully expect them at that point to run the same rotation here of Armory Lockers into
they're late
Defense
setting
Workshop into Customs and Supplies. So
they're still setting up.
only
That's
one
way
mirror has
late.
been placed down, by the way. And she's keeping the other in her pocket.
Maybe we'll see one of those little strats you see on YouTube sometimes where they just sit in a corner with it as people just walk on by. Those are I don't get how they just don't see them. I've never been in that situation, so maybe I'd miss out on the same thing and just walk right by it. But maybe that's a new strat. She does put it down though. Unfortunately, we will not be seeing any sneaky Mira strats. But we will be seeing a Mira, and that's, I think this is the 5th time in a row we've seen Mira played. She's been out every single round, which is something I've never seen before in my very short casting career. So exciting to see a little bit of the Mira play. So far, she's been pretty effective, like you said. And, well, Nomad has been very effective as well, scoring his 8th frag onto Beezer. Down goes the Jaeger, and no repercussions at all. Still full HP.
I thought that he was about to
That was a pretty good pick there for Nomad.
Yeah, he is lighting it up alongside Exile in this one so far, as it seems like the rest of the server is struggling aside from Yosh as well. So, we're looking pretty tough here though, for Medieval already, as minute 15 remains, and there's a lot of pressure on this plant side for the side of the attack. But Exile and the Alda are going to chime in, and at Medieval, wow, or rather Anarchy, my bad, is going to get very aggressive there, able to pick up Toph, but not any more past that.
Let's go.
Ooh, Tim goes down getting aggressive, and
let's
now
go, boys. Come on.
2-on-3.
45 seconds.
Yeah, 2-on-3. Exile not looking very healthy either, but Premier, whole lot of health there, and that is going to give him quite the advantage. You don't need nearly as many bullets to hit him, and that could be very nice. Exile says it's not a problem. Good grief, Exile. You're killing him. 10 now on the day, as very quickly this is swung back into the favor of Medieval. Demon, the final Premier, standing.
He's dead.
Running the Nomad. I love how these guys run Nomad, and also have a teammate no Nomad. But Demon goes down to Exile. Exile with a lot of work done. Good grief. Who needs HP when you can hit your shots? And fantastic job to Medieval, who will break the curse. And have now won 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, good showing for them. As they're gonna break what I had thought they would do, and they're gonna head to Bathroom Tellers. So yeah, Exile with that fast firing vector from that teller, or that
they're gonna have to find something here, find a solution here.
Very deadly. They got 4 again from that spot, as now he's headed over to another
crushing it Exile
firing gun. We're not gonna see 6 straight rounds of Mira. We're sticking at 5, as he's picking up the Alibi, which is pretty interesting here. Not really an operator that is played a lot, talked about a lot, just because I mean, she doesn't really bring utility to the team
What are
that
they
other
doing?
operators bring, other than the shotgun pistol, which Exile is not even running.
Looks like she is
running the shotgun.
Yeah, the old massive mag shotgun. Oh boy, that's gonna be fun to see. See if the ACS-12, a name that I'm not used to saying that much, is gonna be useful. And here's another thing: I feel like we don't see we don't see Frost or Alibi a lot, because as you get higher and higher up in a competitive play, it's a lot harder to trick people with those alibis and get people to land into your Frost mats. Those Prismas just might not be as effective as they used to be, but who knows? Maybe
God, look at that shotgun.
Premier's just going to be shooting every single one of them. We'll have to find out, but definitely excited to see this massive mag shotty go up against some of the players on Premier. We'll see if it's effective or not. Definitely effective in opening up the floor, though. Good grief.
Yeah. Wow, it is really going down, so I definitely agree with that, though. That's usually why it's pretty unseen at high levels alongside things like Capcan, just because, I mean, the prevalence of IQ as well is really good at hunting out all those traps and alibi clones. And like you said, the drone work at a competitive level is really good. And at that point, you're just like, well, that's a clone there, and you can make the precise call out. But it's doesn't really see that strength. So first Hibana pellet goes down, and from somewhere Beezer is able to retreat safely, at least, but he's almost about to get seen.
Oh, you gotta hit your shot.
No, the refrag actually from Novozo, as Beezer did take about half his health, but a good find here now for Medieval.
Absolutely. Yeah, the Germans looking out for each other. Novozo does take a bit of damage too, so near them
I didn't know these guys were German.
healthy, but definitely better than dead, as Jello unfortunately is now. A great shot, like you said, from Novozo to clean that up. Oh, but Alibi gonna be shot right next to for a little prison.
All right, we took out Exile.
It's a big frag, and well, now this could get a little bit interesting. Yosh taking a bit of damage.
As long as they don't lose Nomad.
HP definitely goes to Premier right now. They do have 3 fully HP'd up members of the team. Someone's head just so close. Novozo just barely next. Oh my goodness, that's gonna get crazy. 3v2 as things are happening quickly, but won't be able to find it. Now down to Beezer and Sim against Demon and Yosh. Wow, this is gonna be a big round. You know, if Medieval's able to win this, they go in 4-2, but if Premier can pull it back here, they'll be able to take it in 3-3 before they move over to defense, and that could be really, really nice for them. Especially considering this map can kind of go either way. Like you said, you've seen quite a few attacker-sided games. It's going to be really, really interesting to see how this plays out, but with just 20 seconds left, Demon and Yosh are going to have to make a big move.
Go boys, go boys.
Yeah, and they're right in the crosshairs here of Beezer as he finds one on the Demon. Sim with an impact onto his barricade. Gets the second in a good 4-2 half here, as the defense is able to come through on, like I was saying before, a usually attacker-sided map. So
it's all right.
Even though
you win 2 on defense, it's a good day
on this attacker side, and we'll see how far they can run with this one. But,
not ideal. We'd like to be at least a 3-3, but hey, whatever.
Nomad, and I think there's usually only one spot
what's
to
up,
throw
man?
that dock down, and it's
how you
holding
doing?
out in the offices, and you give them a long
Ghostly
angle
Flash
all the way to the CCTV door. So we'll have to see if that's the one where it has to be.
From Twitter.
Yeah. All right. Cthulhu and I are. Let's take a little bet then. Cthulhu says he's on half wall. I say he's in offices. We'll see who's right. Wow, look at that too. Exile on 11 frags, then takes one for the team and drops onto the third.
Nomad's got 10.
Wow. What a guy. Maybe he's still going to be able to frag out a little bit here. Get the support and the frag. That would be absolutely huge for
Jello's
this team.
got to pick it up.
But,
It's got 0.
definitely a couple of guys could use a couple more frags. Actually, looking at
That was
Medieval,
a
they're
great
doing pretty well.
campaign, man.
All
I
of them
have
are
no doubt I
positive
would be
besides
enjoying it.
Anarchy right now, who's not too negative. Both teams are doing really good. Jello struggling right now, though. 0 frags for
I could be
him
a
on the
caster.
day. He is going to be
No, I
playing
couldn't.
smoke, so perhaps he can get a couple for his team. Still playing that support role might be difficult, but you do have to, root for the jet breed every now and again. We'll see if he can work things out here.
Yeah, we'll have to see if Jello's able to make it work this half, as Beezer finds Toph, actually.
Toph just getting
Not
picked
sure where
quick.
that pick came through from, but a very good one nonetheless to start out with. 5v4, as I guess we were both wrong, as Nomad is now moved over here into Archives to try and play some aggressive angles, but not getting that opening pick refragged on is pretty rough going so far for Premier, as they have to work now on a weakened defense in a way. So Demon is going to be flashed off the wall, but wow! A very quick peek there on the Sim takes down the Nomad. As now they've evened it out.
Yeah, indeed, and that trade there, the Nomad for the Jaeger, definitely in the defense's favor. Nomad can be such a difficult operator to go up against, especially with those air jabs. Just placed it every darn corner you try to go through. And you won't be seeing them anymore. I'm sure she was able to get any off before the Nomad died, but if not, a little bit of help there. So Jello going to be launching his one of his canisters down. We have Anarchy here with the Capitao still one of the lowest on the team, but Navozo goes down to Demon. Fantastic shot from Demon now quickly getting into that even territory, and all of a sudden things are falling apart as Jello will find a first frag. Nomad does end up going down. It's all upon Exile here, but Exile does find the frag. The Thermite doing some work. He finds a double kill. As like I said, maybe the support is and all he's good at. And now at 13 on the day, the man's killing it, but can he kill 2 more fully health operators? Gonna be tough as Nomad makes his ascent once again. This is a sticky situation for Exile.
Yeah, things are looking pretty rough here for the Thermite, who is going to be in the eyes of the Doc and the Maestro, who is the one to finish it off. And it was a no bullet from him, but not able to make it work, as he has dropped, like you said.
Let's share this tweet. Oh no, my stream. What's happening? Are we all frozen here? Come on, boys.
When does happiness begin? Right now!
Oh, I'm glad they could have this on here.
Think anyone will come?
Once again, all into the hands of the defense. We'll have to see. This time,
you love to see
that. Won't be having that lovely Doc to do any work. Instead, we'll have a lovely Ella. Her Grismont mines can be so pesky. And of course, you do see a lot of these operators come out. You see the German twin, or the German buddies a lot with Bandit. You see IQ. You see a lot of Jaeger. And you also you do see Zofia as well as Ella a lot too. So it's kind of funny how these pairs can be picked
Demon with the
a lot. Even the Aussies, you see Mozzie and Gridlock a fair few times. Kind of fun, putting these guys together.
Yeah, so especially just with the way the meta works out, Zofia has come into a lot of prominence as of use, just because she provides extra utility past just those 2 impact nades, so pretty worthwhile to bring her usually, but the Ella can be a little annoying for sure, but sometimes easily dealt with. But it's a good pick here, especially into the Montaigne, as he has to know at this point that there is an Ella mine, or else she would not be patiently watching here. Beezer is going to rotate alongside the Montaigne, who almost goes down to that mine, or rather the gunfire from the Ella. He is going to be smoked out and finished off by Demon. First frag there for him, as very early on that that little trump card here from Sim, the Montaigne, is dealt with fairly easily.
Not sure what they were doing there with that.
Yeah, you bring out a
big
wall
old
and
shield.
they just absolutely shut it down real quick. That
They're
is
ready for that.
unfortunate for the offense. You have to think how much of their plan was hinging on Sim being able to last a little bit longer into the round, but you'll be dealt with very, very early. Nomad taking a little bit of damage for the Ella's trouble, but still above 50 HP, so not in the worst of happenings. These are taking a bit of damage as well, still above at 50 HP, and very close to this Mozzie now. They're going to be moving on up.
Isn't that crazy? You can see the
Capital with a nice little bolt, gonna get the Mozzie to run out and taken down quickly. Anarchy with a fantastic frag.
It's crazy that it's like almost like they're cheating, but they're just that good.
It's not the best trade you could make, but it's a trade, and that's what matters.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting the path that the Mozzie took in his, obviously in his panic. He could have just jumped through the window there, but you never know. So no problems there. Nomad is on just a sliver of health, as Jello has also been taken down to half. On the other side of things, Beezer and Navozo are close, but Navozo, speaking of, able to finish off what remained of Nomad, and a nice shot.
Come on, boys.
Jello able to take him down. At least the smoke is able to refrag here for one. But in sight, Castle goes down. Yosh taken out by Exile for 14, and one of the smoke canisters is going down. Demon able to take out Beezer as well, but now the plant is down, and Demon will have to ace here on 25 health with just a single smoke canister to his name that goes away. He's able to pick up Exile at least, and actually he will ace.
Oh my goodness!
He sits in the smoke, and a huge ace.
Let's freaking go
for him.
Oh,
wow.
I wish I could hear their comms right now.
Anarchy
I wish I could hear their comms.
They're laying down, and Demon is now the next one to
wrap it up.
Double digits off a nice ace for himself.
That was huge. It's not often you see aces, especially in this high up. But what a job from Demon! Really proving that he's a force to be reckoned with. That was his round to absolutely win, and he did so. Really kind of got handed it there, as like you said, just backed up into that smoke. Sat there, took a little bit too much damage, ended up dying to it, and that will secure a 4-4 tie as we head into round number 9. Anybody's game. It has been so back and forth. We've seen a little bit of a streak there from Medieval, won 3 rounds in a row, but now here is Premier on a 2-round win streak. It is honestly just kind of like a pendulum swinging back and forth, perhaps a little bit faster on every round. Who's going to be able to take round number 9? I'm excited to find out, as we will now head to their offsite.
This is going to go.
See how it goes for them.
This is going to be down to the wire.
So Bathroom Tellers has definitely been cropping up lately. I know back in early February,
they're gonna do the same.
mid-February at the 6th Invitational,
Second force.
G2 brought it out, and everyone was kind of just like, why would you ever do that?
It's the first to 7, but you got to win by 2.
Time, had really decided, okay,
I mean, I've seen him go.
Borders attacker sided, and it is
I've seen him
really
go for a while,
rough to
you know.
attack, or really rough to defend, rather.
You can't tie.
And everyone knows custom supply is a
Not
really
in this
rough
league
site
anyway,
to
they don't let
defend.
you.
And now, for whatever reason, attacks to figure out how to get through armory lockers, and it seems like Defense Workshop is the only real struggle point at times for some defenses. But now, because of that, Bathroom Tellers.
I'm not a fan of this map, to be fair.
Part of its success is just
personally,
because
the next map that they chose is much more entertaining.
I don't know, it's just that it's a new site, but also So obviously by that, teams are just uncomfortable attacking it. They're not used to it, that sort of deal. But off of that, the way teams
they're
are
all on
holding
first
this
floor.
site it just makes it so much to clear. You have to clear upstairs through offices and through archives, as well as downstairs through Vent's workshop, which Beezer is going to be looking for very quickly. He's almost going to go down here, but finds the head of Jello. Jaeger goes down now, as that downstairs clear has just been alleviated a good bit. And with this long clear too, with this utility dump meta that has become customary.
Yeah, I mean, it is going to be quite a minute. I mean, these games, when
forward.
we play in the other league, we usually win like every single game, every single round, I mean. So they're only like half hour, but I mean, you have to play at most 3 of these. So, I mean, you could be here for 2 hours, 2 hours watching them. So I don't think I'll be on cam the whole time, but I usually do.
But yeah, like you said, gonna be a little bit of a tough move for the offense to move in, even with that man advantage. They have a lot to clear, but now they have severely less to clear. As it's a 5v2. Nomad and Yost, the last 2 surviving operators, both very, very good. But are they good enough? Nomad gonna have to ace, perhaps clutch it here. I'm not sure who downed Beezer, but he's gonna be able to stand up, withstand himself, get on up. And
wow, he's gonna have a lot to do
1v5
here.
tough situation here for the Nomad, but he's continuing to make it as least, oh my goodness, as competitive as he can, as he'll get 2 down. 25 seconds to go, not looking great. Angles held upon him. Be able to somehow duck out of that. Downs another. The guy cannot be stopped right now. 2v1.
He's cracked,
just 50 seconds left to go. This is a very tough one to win, but if Premier does it here with Nomad at the helm, that'd be huge. Looking like it's not going to be able to happen though, as that time will be running out. But by golly, can you give this man a quad?
Oh man, he almost had it.
Fantastic work from Nomad, even if Medieval was able to win the round.
Yeah, that was really rough for him.
Yo, that was nuts.
But yeah, rough job that he was thrown into there, as he had to 1v5. He did make it worth Eagles' while there for that plant, but in essence, still going into that site in the future, you have to look at that as essentially getting flawless rounded.
Yeah, man, we need this win here.
Before the plant went down, you lost 4 bodies.
Back and forth.
And it doesn't, at that point, to me, when I look at it, like strat-wise, as
it was
in a
filthy
nasty.
sense,
at that point, I completely.
You guys missed
out,
it earlier.
Okay,
we had an ace
from
all
Nomad
5
there. It's great on the stat sheet, but past that, it's like, why did we?
They're all. I mean, look at stats here.
That
just
1v5 in the first place. What did we do?
Yeah, Nomad
wrong?
with 14.
Premier's definitely looking
Demon
at
with 11.
defense, trying to
with
figure
8.
out what went wrong.
These guys are cracked right now. We just gotta get Jello and Token into the
back
game.
At least Armory Lockers and Vent's Workshop. Well, Armory Lockers opened up this round, and Vent's Workshop will open up next round for play.
Just wish I had more time to sit here and watch all night.
Good going here for Premier, at least, to try and lock out at least the half.
Yeah,
we gotta win this one. This is a crucial
win.
Could
go to overtime too. These teams have been neck and neck. Medieval has got to pull away now if they want to be able to take
we have to come back
down quickly. But Premier have shown that they have quite a few competent operators on their team. Nomad, Demon, Yosh, all 3 of them very, very deadly so far. Jello and Toph struggling a little bit.
I'm not wearing contact.
We'll see if they can start to catch up. But at this point, they've kind of fallen
out
of it.
Anyway.
1-9, 2-9. Definitely need to step things up for their team here if they want to make sure they can secure a victory here
Nomad
and then continue to win.
Is easily our best player.
As we move into rounds 11, 12.
But we have sort of an imbalanced team. It just depends on the map that they're playing and the strategy that they're using. Because they have like this Discord server that has like all of the competitive maps, and they have different strategies on each map. So sometimes they'll
do some good work
build around different players. So I would say our top 3 is definitely Jello, Nomad, and
The
Either
breach will be able to
Toph or
open up.
Demon. I mean, everybody has their good rounds and bad rounds.
Yeah, pretty early.
But Nomad is
breach,
probably the most
just
consistent.
A minute into the round here, as it gets opened up with the help of one of Sim's frag grenades.
This kid Exiles is
the wall
has
or
15.
the doorway.
He's crushing it too, and these guys are apparently German.
As needed, so these Maestro cams are going to be a little pesky at least. Sitting there, one was taken out, but the other does persist.
Don't move.
And that will provide assistance.
Maybe move.
But Sim with a nice banked nade from below, able to start things off. Jello is confirmed by Anarchy there, as now the smokes are coming out. Nomad was also taken out early, but pushing through the smoke is going to be Toph here, taking residence in the bunker just before he's taken down. But this is all but locked out now for Medieval, as they've figured out how to take this site. And from behind, looking for the knife.
That's not good.
Sledge unable to find it. Novozo able to pick up at least a second, if not his third of the round. And on to map point here is Medieval on their map pick. So good showing so far.
Yeah, this was their choice.
They're definitely very comfortable here in their map pick, that is for sure. And they're doing great. Like you said, it's map point. They have a chance to take us to.
Well, the way it works is each team chooses their own map.
They're able to defend,
and then there's like a mutual choice on an overtime map.
The side of Premier, they're going back to it again. So that shows they definitely feel like this is their best chance of staying alive in this map, and they're going to do the best that they can to make that happen. No Mira, but we
I'm gonna be quiet here.
My
and
Jaeger
focus.
combo come out. That could be huge.
It's gonna help.
Pesky combo. Gonna have to drain so much utility.
No, they're not getting nervous.
Out of there. And here we go. Map point. Look at these kills, guys. What a
They're not getting nervous. You should see them. You should see them. They played a.
Oh my goodness. You gotta give to them.
I would call
out like nobody's
a
business.
pro team. They played a pro team.
Yeah, now the third one, or either the
last week, and they tied them. So I mean, they're not nervous. They know they're good players.
That one. So.
Yeah, Ron, are you still here?
I think. In reality, Beezer and Yosh are the next two looking to try to get up there. But yeah, this is the first round of Wamai, as you had mentioned.
Yeah, this game is just all about,
it's interesting,
momentum.
To note
once you have a 4-5 scenario, it's just like a fast break on hockey.
Either of them, so
you just push in, push in and rush.
Taken to force the attack to dump further utility into that box area.
Yeah, and angles, that's for sure.
Pretty interesting, I think, especially if you hold the Wamai up on that locker with just all his discs being thrown out and have him thrown up on a shield and just be pesky as ever. But Demon is down to half pretty early here. I'm not sure if that's from a shotgun blast or from a failed spawn peak or who knows what, but thankfully Toph is on the dock now and he's being the stim man at least. But the wall opened early, no denier on that. So a good start already for Medieval, as they're gonna try the other side of things and push offices, which
look at that, they're right on the other side of the wall from each other.
The
very
first time that the round switch that we saw from Premier, they locked this side out pretty handily.
Yeah, we'll have to see if they can do it again. They need to if they want to stay alive. And
Demon,
interesting to see no denial for the hard breach,
you
not having any electricity, but a nice little trade. Toph takes down Exile, and Jello drops Beezer with a double kill now, as he'll take down the top fragger for Premier. Nomad drops out 2. Demon still up though. Demon a definite thorn in their side so far. The man has been fragging out, but he will get tagged up and tagged down. What a job! Capitão's full. Gonna punish Beezer a little bit. Gotta watch out for those burns. And now things looking very good for Medieval. All upon Toph. Toph doing everything he can. It's a 3v1, not in his favor at all. This is going to be a real tough one. I think we'll be seeing Theme Park very, very soon.
Yeah, 1 versus 3 Premier likes throwing their guys in 1vx's, but their guys are making it work. A 3K so far on the round. He'll have to
hold him.
Doc able to push forward, but no, out of ammo. Toph
ran out of ammo.
Rough to see, as said before, Bees are only needed 2. He got 3. He has hit 11 on the map and 7-4 for Medieval.
That's unusual.
Locking out their map pick, and they
That's
will
their map,
head,
though.
like we've been
We're
saying,
headed over to our
theme
map.
park
It's fine.
with a
We went
good
3
point
rounds
on
with
their
the
side.
other
They'll be starting on
first place
defense
team
as well.
last week.
So, wow,
That game
these are
was
some kill
absolutely
totals
nuts.
here.
I know.
We won it
14-8,
on
11-10, 15-8,
on an
2
ace.
11s.
So
Look
at
that is
look
really
at this
good
man.
showing from everyone.
Definitely high killing games all the way around. We'll have to see that is going to continue on as we move into theme park, which I'm excited to see. I haven't seen theme park in a hot minute, so being able to go there and see these two teams frag it out and frag it up will be
He does
very
have an
fun.
announcer voice though, doesn't he?
But Cherish, I think we might be taking a 5-minute break here. We'll ask Cthulhu. Cthulhu, are we taking a little break? Okay, fantastic. Well, guys, we'll see you in just a couple of moments. We will be right back with map number 2 of what has been a very interesting and exciting matchup between two fantastic teams. Until then,
it's 1-0 right now. You gotta win by 2, so we gotta win this next map to even have a chance. But we'll be right back, boys. Those are the casters.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We are here for map number 2 of what has been a very, very exciting and fun-filled matchup between Premier and Medieval. Right now, we're heading to Theme Park, and I'm joined with Cherish. Cherish, this has been a high kill series so far. Should we expect the same on a map like Theme Park?
Yeah, I definitely will have to say it's Theme Park is a bit more strat oriented than Border is. It's a lot more strat intensive as we've been starting to see it, and a lot of teams will take it a bit slow. So just because of comfort levels, I'm pretty sure we're bound to see a slower kill game. But still, I think things can be done. But Ying, once again, I feel like Ying has been not in a terrible place before. It's just that she relied a lot on teammates just because she works so well with smoke grenades. And in having them in her own kit now, it makes things pretty rough to attack. So even though she lost that 4th Candela today, oh no, Exile can't. No more 1v4s for Exile on Mira. So that is a little target nerf to Exile, but we'll probably see the Echo come out here. As no
Pulse. So Echo left on the board.
Yeah, Echo's still on. That's interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun to see if we feel Echo come out. Apparently all the homies hate
All my
Pulse.
homies hate Pulse.
According to Beezer. This is a family show though, so Beezer, please. There are children whatnot. But here we go. So looks like we do have Medieval. They have opted to take the defensive position as this is Premier's map pick. They did win their own map pick. That was Border 7-4. Let's see if we're going to be seeing Villa. This will be the map that decides that. If Medieval continues to be a very strong team, we might not. But Premier was never that far behind. Kills and whatnot, they were definitely right up there. And like you said, a little bit more strat heavy. We'll see who can pull out on top as round 1 will get underway. Not going to be seeing the Echo, so maybe he won't be as big as a problem as teams like to think. Always banned out, the Echo is, as they sound like Yoda.
Yeah, I think what has become the thing, especially with Echo, is that a lot of teams, like I said earlier, you go into your strat mentalities with, all right, so Echo Mira is banned out. You know, that's what you come in thinking and making your strats around it. You know, you don't factor in with Echo and then come to, you know, even knowing that Echo's a very strong operator and very commonly banned, you don't go, all right, let's make this strat and have Echo in it and I can play Echo here. And then come game day, you're like, wow, now I have to pick something completely oddball and work the strat around it because Echo got banned as completely expected. But
just strategies completely revolving around Echo and Mira. That would be fantastic.
Nothing can possibly go wrong if we prepare around Echo Mira. But so one of the other things too here. Oh, what were you gonna say? Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
Oh, okay. So one of the other things we're seeing here is there's in my only handful worth of games of Theme Park that I've casted so far, there's not been really a defined best site. Everyone has different preferences, but there's a lot of similarities in sites. For example, we're looking at Anarchy and Exile here in Trophy and Initiation and Offices. And pretty commonly, if that is the site that's chosen, then the defense holds out into Bunks and Daycare. And if you're on Bunks and Daycare, like Medieval is now, you hold into Initiation and Offices. So They're pretty similar there. The only difference is Armory Throne, where it can be a bit of an odd little defensive setup at times, but we'll see Anarchy probably being the first one to find contact here, as Toph is the one to stick his nose into things and find the Kaid there. Anarchy does go down, as now the castle is being pressured, but a quick refrag on a drive-by, it seems like, by Navozo. But the first frag of the map did go to Premier, so we'll see if they can make that one work here.
Yeah, Premier keeping it going, as well as Nomad will be able to find the frag onto Navozo. So now in a 3v4, Exile not looking too healthy at all, but a little bit of a trade there as Exile goes down, Beezer takes down Nomad, and well, things quickly happening, less than a minute to go, so it's going to be up to the defense to hold this one out. Quite a bit of time to bleed off, all things considering, especially as it's not that hard to really make a big push here, especially when you have the man advantage, but time draining quickly. Now the pressure moving on to Demon, Yosh, and Jello. They've got to get something going here, especially as time is draining even faster, it seems. The closer you are to 0, the faster it goes. Big move in, doesn't get punished for it, but their Sim is going to make it a 2v2. Minute has drained so quickly. It's all upon Sim on defense, though, with 3 seconds to go. The plant has got to start, but will it? Well, yes and no. It did start, but didn't have to go down, as Demon will be able to finish off the final frag. Premier with an opening win on offense. Fantastic job to them.
Oh, that is heartbreaking, as the bomb or the diffuser was taken down there after Yosh went down, but not able to capitalize. Beezer went down, and very quickly thereafter, so did Sim. But see if they can make it work this time around. Back again on Bunk Daycare, as now they're going to pull out once again, as I said, on Border. The same strat, no real changes here. As Yosh, in fact, actually, because of that strat change, they're just going to choose to push through the castle doors and the pre-existing hallways as he switches off from the Thermite to a Dokkaebi. So
yeah,
that's not really an operator we see a lot.
It is, and we're seeing a lot of kind of these operators we don't see too often here. We had the Alibi last map, and now we got the Dokkaebi. She's good at calling people, and potentially even gaining a lot of extra intel if she's able to find a dead person's phone. But it'll be interesting because you're not seeing any hard breach, so they are going to have to be focusing on those castles and soft walls to make their entry in. They're feeling confident, though, obviously, if they're going to just absolutely leave off any chance of breaching through a reinforced wall. We'll see if it works out for them, or will it be a misstep, and will they be punished? Of course, the EBR can be a bit of a difficult weapon to use, as it is a DMR. You know, you only have a single shot before you have to click the mouse again. No holding down, which does give you a bit of a disadvantage, considering the weakest of weapons can kill with a single bullet to the head. And that might be a reason we don't see Dokkaebi too often. Kind of that slower firing gun is just not going to be what you need when you're into these fast-paced engagements where SMGs are raining down everything onto you.
Yeah, so on that, it's interesting to see Nomad bringing the 5.52, because you're right. Usually you want to see those fast-firing weapons, particularly from the G8 from IQ or Buck's C8. Even the M762 can be argued for Zofia. So these high time to kill weapons are often used, and while obviously the DMR has higher per bullet damage than these assault rifles, like you said, it is single fire, so it's doesn't have really the fire rate that these assault rifles have. It is based on how fast you can click. So
I'm expecting Yosh to be a very good clicker, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's played I heard he went pro in Cookie Clicker actually back in the day, so we'll see if that translates over.
Oh man.
Anarchy and Toph are right next to each other, and Toph is gonna once again stick his nose in with the help of a drone from Demon, trying to bait out the Kaid. no phone call because he's on a jammer. So Toph is going to get pretty aggressive here. Sim is the one to find the first pick, but oof, Exile fast frag as well. Sim was the first pick there, though, as Nomad is also tagged up a bit, but Anarchy did go down there.
Yeah, so you've lost your soft breachers. Now you're relying upon this here. A good frag from Demon. That'll be a fantastic shot to even things out. It's a 3v3, Beezer, Sim, and Vozo against Nomad, Demon, and Yosh. I wish Nomad would play Nomad. That would make things so much easier.
Oh, really?
But yeah, 40 seconds to go, so time is going to start draining. Like we saw last time, a great job from the defensive to really drain the clock, but at the end, it just wasn't enough. Second of 2 phone calls coming out from the Dokkaebi. Got to tap your phone furiously to get rid of that, and that gives time to the offense to make a push in. Will they capitalize? Maybe in the dying seconds here, they'll be able to get something, but 15, they've got to make a move. The EBR making a big swing. Someone goes down. That's Nomad dropped by Beezer, looking very good for Medieval. Another engagement. Demon goes down 2, all upon the EBR, and it's not looking great with less than 5 seconds on the clock. Will be able to find one, has to get the plant down immediately, but it won't happen.
Yeah, so we are back on that defensive trend from map 1 already. 1 win for Premier on the attack, and then right back on the same site, same setup. Medieval is able to take it. So we'll see. Ooh. Armory Throne. Okay, so it was almost looking like a labs site, which would have been a very big ooh, as that's a site we don't really see a ton, but it is now instead Armory Throne, which thankfully over the past few months that now the new theme park has been out and been in circulation, especially in competitive, it's been kind of evened out. But initially, I know when the map first came out, everyone was kind of freaking out because the entire top half of Throne Room is unbreakable, and obviously that's huge in a game like Siege, whereas you can it's really tough to get into this site if you don't practice it a ton. But you know, once you're able to get some angles opened up from the offices upstairs, you can use very long lines of sight to at least negate a lot of defensive positions in that throne room. And realistically, a breacher would help the rest. So it's interesting to see, even though the Thatcher is banned and obviously the constant Kaid is being picked alongside potentially a lot of Bandit. It's interesting to see no Maverick being played by Premier at all.
Yeah, that is a good point. Maverick is a pretty good ghetto Thatcher in a sense. He can take out pretty much anything he needed to, even breach his own walls if he is, in that position to do so. But yeah, we aren't seeing him. Instead, we'll have the Ashe getting ready to just yip on in, and well, that's what Ashe does. She gets on in and gets ready to go real quick. We'll see if she's going to find the opening frag or be the opening frag, as Ashe mains tend to be so often. But right now, she's looking pretty safe. No one really going to be contesting for a hot minute here until we get over to Beezer holding down. Here we go. 2 minutes to go. Let's see how this round plays out. Oh, well, it plays out a little bit there as Beezer goes down to Toph. No more Jaeger on the board. Toph has been a pretty big name so far in map 2.
He was pretty quiet map 1 there on border, not too didn't look as comfortable there, but he's finding his strides here as Exile. Well, he's not going to let him find his strides any further. Nice C4 confirms onto the Zofia there, as now this soft breach is coming to work on top of the site, and Exile goes down as well. Jello on a single point of health or 2. So that's pretty rough going there, but this attack is taking its time to work here.
It is. That's something we've seen is these attacks seem to go a lot slower. Like you're saying, we're gonna have a lot of a little bit of a slower gameplay happening on Theme Park. You're absolutely correct. I mean, we are down to the final minute. And really not too much has happened to try to push into the objective yet, and that has been killing these guys over and over again as down goes Demon, but a refrag from Nomad to take down Sim. Now in a 2v3, Jello, like you said, very, very low on HP. They've got to make a move. 40 seconds to go, not a lot of time. You got to get in, you got to get going. Will they be able to do so? Looks like Ash is ready to lead the charge. How effective will the charge be is yet to be answered.
Yeah, she is patient as ever. Comes into the crosshairs of the Kaid though, and damage nerf be damned. It's able to take her down in 2 hits as Jello. What little remained is confirmed by Novozo, and it's just up to Yoshi as he's taking some feet shots from the Kaid. But Novozo for 2, able to confirm that and shut down the attack in the lopsided defense as rehost has been called here for reasons unknown. We'll get that checked out in a second. But no, we're gonna jump over to that rehost as we'll so far, I mean, through theme park it's been 3 rounds, but it looks like initiation office is the plan for the next site. So as I was saying, you kind of drop back and hold that one through bedroom or bunks and dorms. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's nothing. It's been quiet going so far. Like we've been saying, it's a pretty slow map. It's been taking its time, and these attacks are taking a lot longer than they were on border.
So much longer. In fact, really, Premier barely got their 1 win that they did have. I mean, you saw the time on that. Really, really down to the wire. And it has been so far a very, very defender-sided map. It's been in the hands of Medieval almost every round, and we'll have to see. We'll have to see if Premier is going to be able to bring it back. We still don't have a reason, I think, for the rehost, so it'll be interesting to find out why it went down. But you know, they are allowed to rehost, and well, they're going to be able to use it here.
Yeah, rehosts do happen. The game's just not perfect, sadly, but we're gonna have to work with it. But I think we're gonna just wait here for Premier to come in over a break. So we'll be jumping back pretty shortly, hopefully.
Fantastic.
All right, and welcome back. Sorry about that one. Headed to the rehost, but we're jumping right back into it here. As we were saying before, initiation office now is the choice for Medieval. As we're gonna see, well, my pick, hopefully not 6 picked off of here for the defense, as we haven't really been seeing that operator a ton here.
But when you do see him, you see some fantastic cheekbones. Let me say, good grief, Umai. He's got him going. And 6-pick round gonna phase out here in a moment. So it looks like we will be looking down the sides of Umai. Fantastic. We'll see the Jaeger Castle Mute Goyo as well. So a solid little defense, a lot of utility drain coming. Goyo did get a little bit of a nerf, so he lost one of his Vulcan shields, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. He's still got plenty in the chamber when it comes to explosive shields, and that's going to be a lot to deal with for the offense, especially since we've seen just how long these rounds can take. If you're adding extra time to that, you're just going to make it even tougher for them, and we'll see if they're going to be able to figure this one out.
Yeah, just that has become the name of the game for the meta so far. Is just it's less so specifically using a lot of utility, but it's more just on making the attack take as long as possible to get over to the site. So that's gonna come out as Anarchy has taken a little hit, probably from one of his teammates shooting a drone, shotgunning something open, impact grenade. It doesn't matter. He's taken about a bullet's worth of HP, so that is pretty rough going. So
Shotgun to toe off.
he's lost even more health now off his impacts. He is okay, so I think he's been impacting stuff, and I think he gets too antsy around his impacts, and he just wants to go, go, go. Because now he's at about 65 or so health, probably around 70 more so. But the point is, that's rough going. Should be getting a gunfight.
It's not a little bit of damage, that's for sure. It was a first, but I mean, you're down quite a bit after that, and you haven't even seen anybody. Once again, Nomad is on the Ash. Was going to look at the kills, but because of the rehost, we do not have any live for us. We're kind of getting a fresh start. Everybody back at the zeros, but a pretty solid push. Going to be droned in from Toph. We'll see if Ash is going to be able to collect a kill from that. Knows that Novozo's there. It'll be the, I believe, the Omai. Chilling and waiting, shots through. Nomad taking a hefty amount of damage for that one. Under 25 HP now. She's going to have to make sure she's very safe. Toph now moving in. Oh, what a shot. Takes down the Beezer. That'll be the old Jaeger getting gone. Takes a bit of damage too. So quite a bit of damage dished out for Premier. Medieval did lose a man, but other than that, everyone looking fairly healthy other than Anarchy and his escapade with impact grenades.
Yes, so good finds still so far for the side of Premier. Nomad is on about a health for a bullet's worth of HP, as Toph is decently low himself. But now the attack is in good positions here to push forward, and the defense is definitely being made as uncomfortable as possible, with now being pushed from that whole bedroom side. Toph has been downed, I believe, by the slow fire rate from the UMP, but a nice return shot from Jello, able to confirm there onto the castle, as now Goyo almost is the one to get taken down. But yeah, he does indeed go down. Nomad goes down as well alongside Yosh to the gunfire of Novozo. Sim confirms one as well. And now this is very winnable here for the side of Medieval, as the pincers have crunched down, and Toph is down to 20 health off the revive, and Demon is still at full, but on his lonesome there in the hallway.
You see the defuse start to go down. Bit of a bait there from Toph, perhaps, but Demon finds Sim, and now things looking very good for Premier. And as I say that, they look just about as good as you can in a round. Good job from Demon to finish that one out, as we'll see a Premier win on round 4, tying us up 2-2 as we hop into round number 5, and more bans from the Battle Eye.
Another ban wave is Initiation Office is being stuck with here, as Medieval has bedroom and daycare unlocked, or bunks and daycare, my bad. So that's pretty annoying, or pretty interesting there. Sorry, I was looking at the chat. High ping is pretty annoying, but yeah, Initiation Office is being stuck, even though bedroom daycare was opened up. So I guess Medieval's trying to stick back to that old tried and true method of if you didn't win it the first time, you'll win it the second.
Well, you know, it worked for them previously. We'll see if it does so again. But you know, it's a little bit different from what we saw last game. It was or last map rather. There's a lot of back and forth up to kind of the switch is when Medieval started going off, but they've already got a little 2-round win streak, kind of a sandwich in between Premier's rounds 1. So we'll see if Premier can tie him down again as they go to the same objective, or will instead Medieval, be once again successful in holding a site twice, or for the second time. I don't know. It's interesting. It doesn't usually work, but it's been working for these guys, and that is just about all you can ask for. But there's something nice. Anarchy is yet to take damage, and the round has begun. So, the Goyo surviving at least one of his impact nades.
Yeah, no damage this time around, but it's pretty good so far. So no operator changes have come out as well. Actually, Nomad has swapped over to the Thermite here, but other than that, nothing else has really come about. And it's interesting that I mean, Goyo has seen a drop in play. It is interesting that he has been cropping up these past couple of rounds here for Medieval, and there's been some play, but it seems like a lot of teams have, at least for the time being, reset their thinking on their strats, and they're trying to not rely as heavily here on the Goyos as they once did. So
Goyo used to be a staple, but ooh, look at that. The double kill, first from Navozo, then Exile, Token Jello fall. Beautiful job. Navozo is the only one to take any punishment on the side of Medieval. Pretty nice little trade if you're going to take about 60 damage, even a little more, for 2 operators on the opposing side. That's going to put a kink in the attacking plan of Premier. They're going to have to work from the bottom up now, which is possible. They still have some beautiful fraggers, namely Nomad, Yosh, and Demon. All 3 of them were devastating on map 1 and border. We'll see if it's going to happen this time.
Yeah, the 5-on-3 definitely makes things really rough going here, as now the attack is focused on clearing through this bedroom side of things. And the Thermite doesn't really have all that much use here. He's not able to lock or open very much up, as now, almost taking some shots is the castle. But no, it is Anarchy, the first to fall for the side of Medieval. The G8 ringing true from Yosh. As now the attack is in full swing here, but they have to push right into Exile, who goes down, in fact, not returning any fire. Navozo also goes down on an ill-advised rotate, but nearly takes down Nomad. And Yosh, they're making this attack work for the side of Premier, as now it's just up to Sim.
Nomad with the plant
on his lonesome SMG-11 in hand and a single C4 to his name.
That's
all
nuts.
He's got really here. And he has to try and figure out how he wants to hold this round out. Not able to land the initial shots. Oh no, he did down Nomad, my apologies. But it's just Yosh and Demon here, both taking very long, very wide defensive positions as they are set themselves up.
Yeah, this is Premier's round to lose right now. Sim is in a very tough position. We'll see if it happens though. I don't think it's gonna happen. Especially with that that little blast of air to knock it off. The kill will be confirmed though, but time runs out.
Nice job,
The
boys.
bomb is
Well done.
disarmed, and attackers win round 5. So Premier pulling ahead now as they're looking to take us to map 3 if they can.
Come on,
Viva
we
won
need
round
it.
1. Round 6 coming up. It is now a, let's see, it's a 2-3. So
That was a
still
clutch-
little bit of time left.
Clutch comeback.
But only 1 round until we see the switch, and Premier takes the defensive side. But as I'm saying that, looks like we are going to be having a rehost. So Premier once again going to leave. This time I believe it's a little bit of a ping. And,
Oh my god.
Well, we'll have to perhaps
These guys
take
are
a
being
little bit of a break here. We'll confirm
babies.
with Cthulhu. Cthulhu, are we going to take a break here for our second rehost? All right, we'll take a short break, and then we'll be back again. Still
They're
on
saying that
Team
we're
Focus, so have a
losing
great
because of the
time. Till then,
rehost.
don't go anywhere.
Same reason why we were losing, because of the rehost. Because they're freaking in Germany. Why is a German team in this league? That doesn't even make sense. Well, I guess we're taking a break. Gonna go make a coffee. Hang on one sec, bro.
You said 1 sec, right?